Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Spellforce 3 Soul Harvest. Where we left last time, we were about to head off on a new adventure. I'm going to grab the better taunt version for this guy. Also, we are level 8. I really want to hit level 9. We're level 8.5 or so. Once we get level 9, we can get some cool things. Oh, he's got 2 levels, apparently. Alright. Oh no, he doesn't. He just has an ability point we haven't assigned to him yet. Let's give him another constitution. That sweet, sweet hit point total will help him stay alive, probably, mostly. We need you. Okay. So his armor is Con 7 armor. Can't use that armor because it's not usable by humans. Neither can we use that armor. Again, not usable by humans. This is slightly better than what he's currently wearing, so I'll throw that on him. And he's got a helmet as well, but it's worse than his current helmet. How about weapons? What's he got for... Oh no, doesn't he have a new shield? I thought we picked up a shield somewhere. Yeah, this one is slightly better. You know what? That's gonna just... Oh no, there's a heavy shield. He needs strength 6 to pick it up though. That is much higher than his current strength total. Alright, I need to get some strength eventually. So we're gonna go to the world map. And we're going to confirm or leave this place. So we're gonna go head out back into the brave new world, and we're gonna find some things to kill. That is generally what we do in this game. And we're stuck at 48%. Perfect. No, there we go. 51. Alright, so there are quest markers here for the greater good and starting a fire, but we're not doing those yet. We're going all the way down here to the Howling Steps to do the Reavers and Sheogded, which I'm convinced is not a real word. I wonder what faction we get. We're not going to bring Wraith with us this time, we're going to bring our tank.
Good return on your investment.
Although having multiple skeletons was kind of cool, I do have to say. Anyways,
with autumn sun to warm your skin and a breeze on your back, the journey to the Howling Steps is surprisingly pleasant. You sleep better than you have in months, and as you arrive at the border, you feel almost rejuvenated. The clean air, the vastness, inhospitable as the steppes may be, there is a certain peace to them. All the more surprising then, as the wind carries a stench towards you as you close in on the Aeleone village.
well, that's never a great sign. Stenches usually mean things like undead or just dead people. In fantasy settings. No one ever describes like a normal stench. No one's like, there was too much poop in the town.
Here we are. The Howling Steps.
As inviting as a crypt. Is it just me, or does it smell like undead arse here? Ugh.
Called it.
You're right, it does. Come on, let's take a look around. The village is just up ahead.
What is... That's a giant fly. That thing is massive.
By the... See that?
How could you not see that? It's the size of a boat.
What by the Guardians was that?
I have no idea. Some kind of mutated insect. And you see that fog over there? That must be where that stench is coming from.
This doesn't bode well if you ask me. Let's find that village.
There we go. I wonder what happens if you go in the fog.
Yes. What the...
That fog is killing you! Get out of there now!
It definitely causes damage. I've learned. Let's just heal up. There is a question mark down here somewhere. And one up here as well.
Up ahead.
Looks like there's a guard at least. There's town people alive. That's good. Alright, let's go talk to this guy first.
Greetings. We...
Leave.
We're here by royal decree, actually.
We're here by royal decree. Do you really want to antagonize the crown?
Threats, huh? Just what I'd expect from an outsider.
What is it?
Zoema, what's going on here?
Kyrieru. Blessings. The world has blessed us with outsiders again.
You're not with the bandits, are you?
We're from the Wolf Guard.
We're not bandits. We're from the Wolf Guard.
Wolfguard? I see.
Look, if you want shelter and provisions, we can set up a tent for you outside the village walls. But you cannot enter, period. Now leave.
Why can't we enter the village?
I don't understand. Why can't we enter the village?
Because our faith demands that we avoid contact with outsiders, regardless of their intentions. Though...
There's a lot at stake.
Listen, we don't want to disrespect your customs, but there's a lot at stake here.
There always is.
Let them pass, Waremu.
What? But the law...
Won't help us deal with the bandits or the plague, whereas the outsiders might. Let them pass. You may restock your provisions inside. When you're done, meet me in the eastern part of the village.
Stubborn boy. Fair enough, outsiders. You may enter. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
Yes.
Excuse me. I should
Out of
sneeze.
the way.
2 sneezes. Alright, I feel better now. Alrighty, let's go take a look at some loot. There's at least one cache of some sort. Some less good armor, bunch of gold. Some weapons. A great mace, and also a battle axe. Which needs a bunch of strength. We really need to give
Sounds like a
our
plan.
tank some
Where are we
strength
going?
at some point. So it doesn't look like we can get down to this bottom area from here.
Sure.
I was kind of hoping we would loop around and in, but that did not end up being the case.
You're sure of this?
Keep it up.
What do you require?
What is it?
There is a gatherer. I'm gonna go explore the town before we actually...
Stay close.
See, what's the point of having a merchant in a town with no outsiders allowed?
Yes, yes, come
Just
closer.
saying.
I'm sure I have just what you need.
That's kind of
Come
dumb.
again. May Tiara bless your path.
You have to let this go, Takana. She's with the ancestors now.
I know, but she's still out there. She deserves better.
Well, there's nothing that can be done. You know that.
I can do something. It's basically what I do. Oh, I'll get some blueprints. Or, no, I lied. They're just scrolls. Kind of look like blueprints, though. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Up here. Are you alright?
You're that outsider, aren't you? Just keep walking, please.
Wait, Takana, wouldn't they be able to help? You look as though you can defend yourself, outsider.
I suppose I can. What do you need help with?
My wife, Ehina, she went out to gather food a week ago. I told her to stay away from that bandit camp. But she insisted that's the only place you could still find berries. The bandits, they killed her.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I told her not to go. Sheog gets mercy. She deserves better than to rot on the steppes.
You didn't bury her?
We never found her body. After our last search, the chieftain forbade us from continuing. Said it was too dangerous.
Well, he also said it's time to let go, you know?
How do you know she's dead?
If you never found her body, how do you know she was killed by the bandits?
There were signs of a struggle and blood all over her campsite. There's no animal on the steppes that could do such a thing.
So you found where she was killed, but there wasn't a body?
No, she wasn't there. Maybe the bandits wanted to cover up their crime, or...
Now look what you've done, outsider.
Sorry.
And who are you, random woman?
And who are you?
The name's Rita. I'm Ehina's sister. Please, outsider, tell my brother here that he needs to move on.
I could go search for her.
I'm not restricted by your chieftain's decree. I could search for her body.
You would do that? An outsider?
I have business in the valley anyway. I can keep an eye out.
Oh, ancestors bless you. You have no idea how much that means to me. Start with her campsite. It's near the bandit camp. We were in a rush when we found it, so maybe we missed something.
Okay, I'll take a look.
Alrighty. So we also have
I was hoping you would stop by.
this guy.
You were?
Why, yes.
We have not allowed outsiders into the village for nearly 40 years. As such, your actions here will be recounted in our stories. And since it's my honor to carry these stories, I was hoping to speak with you.
Okay. What happened to the last outsiders?
You mentioned the last time outsiders were allowed into the village was 40 years ago. What happened?
Yes. Many in the village chose not to remember, but I carry that story with me. A fierce storm had swept over the steppes. The howling winds and lashing rains kept the children awake for nights on end. On one of those nights, 3 outsiders appeared at the village gates. Traders, they claimed, who had been caught in the storm. One of them was gravely ill. Mayawa called them rotten and began to close the gates, until his mother, the chieftain, stopped him.
What happened next?
What happened next?
The outsiders were allowed to rest and recover in the village. Many of the people were uneasy, but they trusted the chieftain's decision. As soon as the storm cleared and the outsiders were well again, we sent them on their way. We never saw them again.
That's it?
That's it? You nursed them back to health and then sent them away?
Perhaps you mistake kindness for friendship. Our chieftain bore no love for outsiders either, but she did respect our teachings. It was she who told them never to return.
Ah, I see. Thanks for the story.
Of course.
I have to go.
I have to go now.
As you wish. Listen for the storm.
It's like a quest here,
Okay.
it looks
That
like.
way? What now?
Kind of hard to see. It might be on the ground floor. So I think this is just the plague, right? So I think that the actual quest will be down here somewhere. Maybe we can like look down the mountain. The Reavers are also down here apparently. Only to kill them. I think I need to move my microphone a tiny bit. I'm like breathing into it weirdly. There we go. Alright, let's try that. So you can't see down there, which is annoying.
This way.
Then we just poisoned ourselves again, so let's group up. And we're gonna leave,
Yes.
I guess, and go this way.
Sounds like a plan.
I don't know what to expect from this place, to be honest. In terms of combat, where does this go? So, how do we get down into the valley? I'm sure we can figure it out, just it's gonna be a weird path. There's the guy we're supposed to talk to for this next quest. Guess we have to deal with him. Well, he's not really on the east side of the village, he's sort of on the north side of the village.
What's this?
I assumed that this would be the east side of the village.
Outsider, you found me. First of all, I hope you didn't take Zawena's distrust personally. It's just, well, we Aeleone can be quite rigid when it comes to our traditions.
You don't
I
say.
noticed that. The name's General Arif, by the way. So, from what I gathered, your village is in some kind of trouble and you can use our help. Is that right?
Most of my people would disagree, but yes, I think we do. I assume you also didn't come here without a reason, did you?
You assume right. We need information about the god you worship.
Sheob did? Ancestors, that's strange.
How so?
Well, it's a peculiar coincidence. But I think we should save the discussions for later. Let me be brief. Our village is in trouble, and that plague you probably saw on your way here is only part of it. About 2 weeks ago, a group of bandits appeared and took over most of the valley. They've effectively cut us off from our hunting grounds, and slowly but surely, we're running out of food. Now, our chieftain went to negotiate with the bandits, hoping that they could come to some kind of agreement. Even the wise women told him that it's too dangerous, but he wouldn't listen. It's been over 2 hours since he left.
You want to make sure he's all right.
Exactly. I may be mistaken, but you look as though you can handle yourself in a fight.
I can. Why are bandits here?
What on Io is a group of bandits doing all the way out here?
We're asking ourselves the same thing. Then again, they don't look like ordinary bandits. They are well armed and have members from all races.
Huh. Odd.
Why don't your guards go look for him?
Your village does have guards, though, doesn't it? Why didn't they go look for him?
Because the chieftain forbade anyone from leaving, and they don't dare violate his order. Also, we Aeleone aren't... how should I put it? We aren't the most formidable fighters. It has to do with our faith, but there will be time for explanations later. Please, we must go.
By plague, do you mean those beetles in the fog?
When you say the plague, I assume you mean those beetles and the fog.
And the fungi that are the root of the problem, yes. But, as I said, I'll explain later.
But I want to know now. Alright, where did he go to meet with the bandits?
Fine. Where did your chieftain meet with these bandits?
West of the village. Come, I'll show you.
Yeah, okay.
Yes?
Oh, we go down this
Where are
way.
we going?
I see. Now the gate's open. There's treasure up here, so let's go grab that first.
Interesting.
And then we'll head down. We might be able to get the other quest here too. I'm willing to bet it's around this area. A potion of fresh start. We have lots of those. We can... oh, there's the quest right there.
Out of the way.
Alrighty.
Sure.
I will
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Keep it up.
You there, outsider. There you are. Blessings of the ancestors, outsider.
Likewise. What do you need?
Well, I heard about your arrival on the steppes. You have workers, don't you? Craftsmen?
Yes.
Good. I am Kau, the village architect. And I have a favor to ask of you. We are dangerously low on iron, but with everything going on, we don't have the means or the strength to collect more. And without iron, I can't keep the village from falling into disrepair.
And then your people will have even more problems on their hands.
Exactly. If your men could help us out, I'll give you something that could be of use to you.
You seem a lot more optimistic than the rest of your people.
You seem a lot less fatalistic than your fellow tribesmen. How come?
What do you want me to say? Brooding was never in my nature. I won't lie, though. I'm afraid. Very afraid.
Of what?
But for now, all I can do is to keep going.
Why are you trusting me with this? I'm an outsider.
Why trust me with this? I'm an outsider.
I can see that. But you're also my only option, and I'm tired of sitting on my hands.
Okay, what are you offering?
When you say something of use, what exactly are you offering?
Something my daughter found in an old human outpost outside. Schematics that you might have use for.
Alright, I got it.
Alright. We'll see what we can do.
We'll do whatever he asks.
That's all I can ask. Thank you.
Alright, so... there is poison literally everywhere. Let's do our bar here. I don't think I'm gonna need shield sweep. I will need whirlwind. We got skeletons. We got... what are they called? Revenants. Taunt is super important, and blinding eyes is pretty good. Retaliation I guess we'll keep around. Siphon blood can go there. Whirlwind can go there. We'll need a impaling shot. Ricochet is pretty useful, and we'll need its shield as well. Doesn't he have... or no, wait.
I'm ready.
Who has that one ability? Oh, okay, Song of Harmony is on. Good. Oh, I want Rain of Blood too on my other bar. And I threw it off, and now I don't know where it went. What can we get rid of for it? Shield. There we go. Rain of Blood. Are my people going to be smart enough to not sit in the poison, though?
Over here.
Is the question. The answer to that is no. They walk straight through the poison and get killed.
That way?
This is going to suck. How is the poison not the priority in this particular situation? There we go, we got through. Well, this is definitely a camp of some sort.
All right.
Oh, so it's true. Age doesn't just rot your old joints, but also your brains. I told you, old man, we're staying.
There has to be some way we can see eye to eye. My people are starving, and...
I heard you the first time. Now I suggest you take your cane and hobble back to your village. Unless you want a reminder, huh?
You cannot.
What do you require?
They're purity soldiers, that's who they are. They're not mercenaries at all. They're not bandits at all.
Now look at those weapons. So you sheep have some fight in you after all, don't you?
Careful, General. Those are purity robes. They must be fugitives.
Right.
Look, sir, we mean you no harm. You should put down that weapon.
Oh, the way that soldier is looking at me says something else. We're here to incarcerate us, aren't you? Well, tough luck. We're not coming with you.
Those robes you're wearing, are you with the purity of light?
Are you with the purity of light? You're wearing their robes.
Well observed. Yes, we used to be, but that was before the god our leader prayed to turned out to be rotten. Oh, terribly tragic and all, but, well, what can you do? We know better now.
What do you want from these people?
What do you want from these people?
From them? Huh. Just to mind their own business.
We cannot mind our own business if you keep us from our hunting grounds. My people are starving.
Isn't that unfortunate?
You're too dangerous.
You're too dangerous.
Well, there's a clear message. Boys, I think these fools need a lesson. Get 'em!
Just give the word.
That was a really unfortunate attack. Knocked us all back.
What is it?
Let's get some summons going. You are not a tank. Also, I'm not sure why taunts. Oh, because he doesn't have focus to do it. That's probably a bad thing. It's an impaling shot. That guy, kill one of them at least. And we're safe in life on this one. And then we'll also kill him. And there we go. That's pretty much the end of the fight.
I need help. Yes.
And so it continues.
Interesting.
Did you bring them here, son?
Hold on. He's your son?
He is.
Huh. All right. Well, Kyrieru said you could give us information about the deity you worship. The god of light.
Then he overstepped his bounds. There is nothing, I will tell you.
Ancestors, father. At least hear them out. They just saved your life.
Which might not have been necessary if you hadn't shown up. But, fine. Speak.
Alrighty, let's get some info.
So, you came here because you think we know how to kill the God of Light.
Actually, any information would help. We know nothing about it, except that it apparently wants to re-enter our world.
In that case, you're best advised to leave it at that. Once Jakku has begun, there is no stopping it.
Jakku?
The Aeleone prophecy of the end. The eon-old pattern ensuring that one day, Sheol-Dead will devour us all.
I respect your faith, but isn't there anything we can do to convince you?
I respect your faith, but isn't there anything we can do to convince you? We need answers.
I am sorry. And the soil shall breathe rot, soaked in poison and blood. The scrolls, verse 2. Jakku has begun, and this plague is just one of its many omens. So regardless of what I tell you, the fate of this world is sealed already. Just go. Turn around, spend time with your loved ones. Enjoy what little time you have left.
Look, father, I don't think you're seeing the full picture. Yes, maybe Jakku is inevitable, but what about our people? If we don't find food soon, people will start dying, and the fugitives still control the parts of the valley the plague hasn't poisoned yet. If the answers we give these outsiders won't change anything anyway, why not let them help us? For the sake of our tribe.
As persuasive as your mother. Fine. Outsider, are these troops of yours that you mentioned large enough to match the fugitives?
Sure, once I recruit them.
We fight smart. So that's the deal? We handle the purity in return for information?
The bandits and the plague. You deal with both, and we give you your answers.
Son, what?
I don't know, Kyrieru. My division can deal with the purity, but I don't see how we can help with the fog.
You can destroy its source. The fungi.
Fungi?
Yes. They are what's causing this. The first of them appeared some weeks ago, and wherever they grow, they rot the soil and produce this fog. We think it's their spores. The beetles came around the same time, so they probably live in some kind of symbiotic relationship. Now, if someone were to destroy the fungi, maybe the fog would...
disappear.
Yes, and we know how well this worked out for Ukwe and Zama, don't we? Those fugitives are one thing, the plague is another. It's part of Jakku, and it can't be stopped.
Maybe those purity fugitives planted the fungi.
Those fugitives are religious fanatics. Maybe they planted the fungi.
That's unlikely. They probably came here to escape justice, so what would they gain from poisoning the land?
I agree with your friend. They seem to be as upset about the fog as we are.
Fair enough.
So you think this plague is connected to your prophecy, Jakku?
So, you think this plague is connected to your prophecy, Jakku?
The wise women say so. And even if they didn't, the third verse of the scrolls speaks for itself. And the soil shall breathe rot, soaked in poison and blood.
I thought that was the second one. You said it was the second one earlier, but whatever. That's fine. That's a strange coincidence. Actually, so you think the God of Light sent them?
So you think, what, did the God of Light send those fungi to corrupt your lands?
Sent them? No. I think that they are the expression of a particular stage in the pattern.
That's a strange coincidence.
That's a strange coincidence.
It is not a coincidence.
You said the beetles and the fungi have a symbiotic relationship?
When you say a symbiotic relationship, do you mean the beetles and the fungi feed off each other?
We think so, yes. It would explain why they both appeared at the same time, and why the beetles protect the fungi like their own eggs.
Ugh.
Who are Ukwe and Zawa?
Who are Ukwe and Zawa?
2 hunters. They tried to destroy the fungi from a distance, as the fog made it impossible to get up close. Suffice it to say that it didn't go well. The beetles came, and now our village has 2 more grieving widows.
Why are you so resigned to your fate?
Why are you so resigned? Maybe your son is right and the plague can be fought back.
Spoken like a true outsider. Offended by the notion that sometimes there are forces at work which are beyond your understanding.
Disagree.
Please, I don't think there's any point in me trying to explain our ways to you. We are simply too different.
We can try destroying the fungi, but we'll need a way to get past the fog.
All right. We can try destroying the fungi, but we'll need a way to get past the fog.
Then you'll have to search for it. Maybe driving the fugitives out of the valley will give options we didn't have.
That's a big maybe.
I know, but I'm afraid it's all I have to offer.
Fair enough. So we have a deal, chieftain. We handle the fugitives and the plague and you give us information?
Seems like my son has made the decision for me. Fine. If you have to fail to see futility, then so be it.
Oh, we're gonna do it.
Let us talk about those fugitives. According to our scouts, they have 4 commanders. One of them, a man named Pherrid, being their leader. Apart from him, each commander is in charge of one of their camps. You should find him there. Thedric himself, on the other hand, moves around a lot, probably to ascertain everything in the camp is going to his liking. Always be on the lookout. Well, and that is all I can tell you. I wager that if you tear down their main encampment, the rest will flee. Good luck, General Aref.
They have flying dudes. Alright, so we have our first town center. We actually have a
Beetle
town.
plague, bandits, prophecy. It can never be easy, can it?
Humans are the most versatile
Well,
of
now,
races, offensive or defensive focus, they balance buildings, stuff like that, whatever.
Before those bandits come looking for their negotiator.
We're gonna need some wood and we're gonna need some stone. We'll get those started right away. And hunting cabin will be after those two things are up and running, I guess. Then we'll need some... What's Aria? Oh, it can make potions, I see. We need elite, ground, and flying units. We're just gonna need a lot of ranged units, I think. A bastion tower, that's kind of cool sounding. Observation tower, forge, we already had one of those before. An iron mine, iron smelter, we won't need those. We don't have any iron in this zone.
I'm listening.
So we're gonna have to be a little more cautious of that.
Building
Also,
completed.
where'd the rest of my group go?
Okay.
Group up, everyone. Except for you. I need you to change your abilities a little bit. Because your Song of Harmony is actually making it impossible for you to taunt. Although, it is a kind of a useful thing. Okay. Go away. Alright, so we have a stonecutter and we have the woodcutter ready to go. We're gonna need a hunting ground next. There's not very much food here, which is less good. Is there... Can we build farms? Yes, we can. But we need tech level 2 to get there, so we'll
gather more wood, Commander.
start getting tech level 2. Oh,
Sure.
we've incoming.
Yes.
It's a commander. Oh shit.
Healing now. This way.
Get him out of melee.
That's me.
Actually, both of our casters should be out of melee.
Not yet.
I am ready.
He's running away, let him go.
Alrighty.
The commander did die, however. That's a bad sound.
Building completed.
Oh, there's a wyvern up there. Why do they have a wyvern in their town? I mean, we can go deal with it, I guess.
Yes.
Let's get up there. We killed their commander, so I don't...
What is
Why is this not all group 1?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, now get up here.
Lead on.
Alright, we need, actually, what's our population looking like? 2 out of 20, we're fine on that for now. We need a barracks.
We need to gather more wood, Commander.
Yes, that's your next goal. Also, apparently we have a scout.
What do you need?
Unimportant, because scouts are worthless, but at least we have one. We can get tons of arbalists.
General?
Alright, so we're just gonna start the fight by putting skeletons down.
Let's get to it.
It must be done.
And then we're gonna F8, F9, F10, F11, F12. F12 is a screenshot, we should not use F12.
Throwing your life away.
Okay, we killed the wyvern.
Building completed.
We got some sort of loot from it. Looks like a couple scrolls and some potions and some gold.
Got it.
I don't know exactly the point in the game where we should start using a bunch of our gold. That's the problem.
Our provisions are running low. We
Yeah, I
need
know.
more food.
We also need to reclaim more areas. Also, we have a question mark here for... Oh, iron. Okay, so we need to deliver iron ingots to his carriage.
Take a second.
Just give the word.
You're sure of
This
this?
area doesn't have any iron in it, though, so that's not going to work out very well.
Where to?
Okay, so we are going to need to get iron for him at some point. And our soldiers are going to go there.
So much to do. This will be a masterpiece.
What's the latest?
I'm hearing like
Building
weird
completed.
sounds everywhere.
Well then.
Over here?
So this is another zone. This one has iron in it, at least.
Good idea.
The outpost has been built. We've
I'm gonna build a
expanded our
farm as
borders.
well, because we need to like get extra food going.
That should work.
Okay, this zone needs some... Oh, this zone doesn't have any wood, so it's going to be just bricks, food, and a little bit of iron. Actually, quite a bit of iron, but still. It's not going to have any...
What do we have here?
Wood, which is kind of unfortunate. Got a new helmet that gives focus. It's a plate helmet. Actually, that might help our taunting situation. $10 FP required.
So much to do.
And he only has 7, 8, 9. Come on, 10. Do it. Just one more. I think the answer to that was a firm no. I think it stopped at 9, which sucks.
We need to gather more wood, Commander.
We need to find another settlement area that has more wood. We have 3 whole arbalists to defend our base, which is not enough arbalists to do anything. We don't have any food for infantrymen at the moment.
You got it.
So things are going great. Also, we're at about 36 minutes, so I'm probably going to call it here. And then in the next video, we will... Let's possess wood. We'll continue to build up our encampments and take the fight to the Purity Scum. Apparently this is a Purity Scum area. We have an outpost flag here, but no actual outpost.
Good idea.
So we're going to call it here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time, and we'll kill some more things. Take care.